Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Frostpunk, playing with the Arks scenario. Alright, we have a factory and I need to get that working as quick as we can. We have a few sick people, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and pull back enough to have 5 workers in the factory at all times. So, to build an automaton, we need 100 steel. Okay, that's a lot. 100 wood, 50 coal, and 1 steam core. Right, okay. So yeah, that's why we need to have more workers on the steel. That's one of the reasons I didn't want to spend a whole lot of resources wasting my steel and not being able to build automatons. Much as it would be nice to make the automatons cheaper and more cost-efficient, more important that we are building them at the moment. So let's go ahead and build one of you. Why do I not have more employees here? Should I not? No employees available. Oh, it's an automaton setup. Right, okay. Let's have this one. Honestly, let's pull all of you back and have the automaton working the steel wreckage for as long as we can. I don't necessarily need to work the sawmill this second. Could gather some coal. I guess we'll gather coal for now and just build up that stockpile. All right. As far as research is concerned, well, first off, did we set up the automaton? Wait, hang on, I needed one more worker. Okay, they haven't used up all my resources. We're out of steel. Yeah, now they're using it all up. Okay, so what can I research that doesn't cost me steel right now? Not much, I don't think. Steam Steelworks we can research. It'll take some more to build it, but let's go ahead and research the upgraded steelworks. Because when I start building those, and this pile is used up, which will be pretty soon, it only has 53 left, we need to immediately transition into building some steelworks. So actually, hang on, if we've only got 53 steel left, then what do we see from our tech? The steam steelworks are going to cost 15, so we have to maintain at least 30. If I do not have 30 steel, we run out of steel completely for the rest of the game, and that would be an unmitigated disaster. Coal Thumper has been researched. Okay. What do those take to build again? Wood and nothing else. Okay. I mean, seems reasonable enough. I guess I could place one down over here. I don't necessarily need it this exact second, but we'll go ahead and build the darn thing. Feel like we might as well do that. Okay, we have enough rations at the moment. I'm going to pull this employee back. Actually reduces our discontentment. Go ahead and toss you over here, I guess. One less facility that doesn't have extended work. Okay, we have 2 days of coal currently remaining. Should be gathering steel throughout the night. Still gathering some coal down over here. If I did another emergency shift, we'd be able to get the steel works up and running. But that's not actually important until I have enough steel to build them, which is actually going to happen pretty soon. Discontent rises, but I'm going to have to live with it. Go. Freaking get it up there. We can build a steelworks as soon as it's done. Book of Laws. Ceremonial funerals? Those who give up their lives in service to the city deserve the highest honor. Loss of hope caused by death is halved. Well, I shouldn't need that. We could go for things like radical treatment for the gravely ill. Or I could go for sustained life. Discontent will rise slightly. The gravely ill will not be treated and remain a burden. Radical treatments is usually the way to go. That said, we could go for things like the public house. Hope rises. You have to build one. I will build one because we're having discontent issues. And also getting moonshine makes discontent go down a lot. We don't have any gravely ill at the moment because no one's got frostbite. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the public house. Okay. So we'll be able to build that. How much does that cost? Some wood and steel. I'm not going to use the steel at the moment. Refusal to work. A man assigned to an emergency shift has refused to work. He said he's already worn out and doesn't want to end up dead like one of his friends. This man will not work. Discontent rises or discontent rises. I'm just going to have one less person working, I guess. Can't afford too much more of this discontent, unfortunately. Instead, we will pull one off here and send this guy over instead. So you stopped working, but someone else is going to have to do it instead. Or actually, is that even working? Because it's still only at 80% efficiency. That seems a little weird, but okay. Steam steel works. Perfect. Okay. I don't necessarily want the steam sawmill because I don't think that's a good use of our steam core. So we don't want to do that. Gathering post insulation, factory heating, improve the heaters, consume less coal per hour when running, but that would cost me 20 steel, which I don't have available at the moment. Hothouse, that would also cost me some steel. Is there anything else I can research that's not going to cost me any dang steel? I don't think so, actually. I think we may have tapped ourselves out in that department. No, 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 and no. Maybe getting the emergency shift right now is not a high priority. I think we may have to just hold off without any research for a moment. Let's spend some of the materials getting this steam workshop up and running. Steam steelworks, sorry. Let's get a street. We'll need another street down over here eventually. For now, just do that, I guess. Yeah, build that thing so I can have the automatons working there. I got a little bit more steel coming in. Okay, so we don't have enough automatons to run 2 steam steelworks at the moment, so I can afford to spend 10 steel on something. If that's the case, let's upgrade what? Let's go ahead and finally research the hothouse, just so I have that as an option. We don't necessarily need the food at the moment, but I'd like to have it available. If I had a little bit more steel, we could have improved our heaters. Scouts have reached the Icefall Mine. This mine is at risk of being buried by an avalanche at any time. It must have been abandoned a long time ago. Gain steel and coal. Okay. Judging by the equipment, it looks like this mine was constructed before the Great Winter, possibly by the first prospectors to explore the area. The general disarray inside the building suggests they were abandoned abruptly, presumably due to some sort of an earthquake. Many valuable resources have been left behind. 201 coal is pretty awesome. Okay, so we'll do that. Then we're going to send you guys off to the empty shelter, I think. 22 hours to arrive. Okay, I'm hoping that by getting our second scout team and faster sleds, we might actually be able to explore the entire map. That would certainly be quite nice. Did you not build streets everywhere? I thought I told you to do this. I guess I didn't. Could you please get a street going? Or something? No? Here they come. Alright, they're using up their free time. That's fine. Look sharp. Remember, we mustn't shrink from our duties. Ceilings are in danger because the temperature is about to drop. Alright, so now is the time that we have to bump up our heaters on all of our arcs. All 4 of them. Little worried about people getting too cold. This hasn't been set to anything yet. I guess I'll set it to extra. I don't need it for anything right now. I'm just going to leave it blank. We're not at capacity for anything at the moment. This is a little bit on the cold side. I think I need to pull people back here so that they don't freeze. Where? I can have some people working at the sawmill, I suppose, if I wanted more wood. What I really want is people working here. So let's get them to build this up quickly, if at all possible. Yeah, construct this as fast as you can. We'll turn on the heat so that people don't get sick. I want people working over here for now. Hothouse has been researched, alright? Extended shifts. Still under work. Don't have enough of anything for anything here. Tech. Let's improve the heaters. I don't have enough wood. Ooh. It's a new sensation. Heat on. Send some engineers. We need to get some more wood. For the time being, I'll pull off 2 of you and send you to the infirmary just in case we can speed up the efficiency a little bit since I don't have any research to do at the moment. Come on, Steam Steelworks. Got it. Heat on. I think we just depleted our coal pile. Okay. Well, where can I pull workers off? They're not working on any piles I don't want them to. So we're actually okay in that sense. I've only got like 1 spare worker. And I want to send him over here anyway. Let's send the automaton to go work in the steel workshop. I don't have any workers at this point. My researchers are sitting back with nothing to do. Autonomous city. The automatons are performing admirably. Now we have to make enough of them to automate all the critical components of the city before the storm hits. It's the only way to ensure the seething arcs will be supported during the storm. Hope rises. So I guess we built our 3rd automaton, didn't we? Yep, that's done. Okay. Well, we've got about a day of coal. We should use the automatons on piles. Because I'm not going to be sending my own people to work over there anymore. Not until it warms up a little bit anyway. We can have them work in the coal thumper, I suppose, if I had some extra people sitting around. I have apparently finished also with this steel pile. Let's send an automaton to get working on some more wood. We should be able to research something now. Improved heaters? I think so. Let's go ahead and do that. It makes them warmer. We also consume less coal. That's how it works, right? Oh, sorry. No, it does consume 2 coal per hour when running, as opposed to 1. Okay, technically didn't need that. Not at the moment, anyway. Fundamental research. An engineer is asking for a day off to study an automaton closely. The automatons can be improved. This may be the pinnacle of our technology, but if we learned how to make them, we can surely learn how to make them better. If I can take a look at a machine, I can adjust it to improve its performance. I'm sort of okay with this, except I think he usually requests a steam core, and I don't think that's worth it. So I'm actually going to say no, get back to work. Weirdly enough. Just because I'm pretty confident that he's going to request a steam core, and that's not good enough. Slight improvement in automaton or a whole new automaton. To me, the choice seems relatively clear. It's going to be warming up pretty soon, which means I'll be able to preserve a little bit more coal. We are still producing that steel. I should go ahead and start working on another steel steamworks right here. And yeah, let's go ahead and build out a road. I would take wood. I don't have enough wood. All right, hang on. Now I do. Let's build a street up over here. Okay. So we'll build a second steam workshop so I can have automatons working on those all through the day. And we're actually producing what I would say is a reasonable enough amount of wood right now, thanks to the sawmill that I have down over here. Food for overtime work. People are becoming less and less committed to their work. We should give them extra rations. From now on, emergency shifts will also cost food. It's debatable to me whether that is worth it. But hope rises. But no, I don't think we need it. Sounds nice, but food might end up being a very precious resource. So I'd really rather not. Book of Laws. Moonshine. We can give people a little bit of liquor now and then to soothe their aching bodies and souls. Every meal lowers discontent. Eating soup causes less discontent. So that's going to make it a lot easier for me to maintain my my city without having an uprising of some sort. Last thing I need is a freaking ultimatum. Automaton Scouts does not make any sense to me. As far as resources, I don't think I need anything here. I don't need anything here either. Bunkhouse, it's not cold enough to worry about that right now. House insulation and infirmary seems too expensive. Healthcare insulation, don't need that. Don't need that, don't need that. I think we actually want to go for mechanical computers, but for that I need a lot more steel and a lot more wood. So, for the time being, believe it or not, I'm actually going to pull off of research because I don't have enough resources. Can't send any more to the sawmill. I will have at least a couple of people working here, I think. And then a few more who can go out here and build. Well, I say that. It is actually a little on the cold side. Okay. The coal thumper is still cold even after the heater is applied? That doesn't seem right. Really? Yeah, I need the mechanical computers so I can start upgrading my automatons. Nothing wrong with a stiff drink from time to time. Hope that people enjoy their liquor in moderation. Oh, I'm sure that they will not. Okay, scouts have reached the Lone Boulder. We may want to start building steam cores so I can have kind of a good range of heat. Lone Boulder, a distinct spot in the Frostland. We can use it as a waypoint for further exploration, so it's not good for anything. Our search hasn't uncovered anything of value. Okay, industrial ruins. Well, that sounds promising, though. Let's go up this way. I mean, I think the two teams are actually doing a pretty good job. It's not like we're finding way more scouting points than I know what to do with. Okay, so we should build a steam hub. Where should I put it? Probably where the housing is getting cold. If I build kind of over here, right on the edge of the Ark, it should be able to keep it warm. This also lets me heat up some of the housing and stuff, which I think will be fine-ish. Alright, we're still doing okay on coal for the moment. People are now going to go and work on building this. How are we doing on the wood piles over here? Don't have a whole lot left. Doing coal, 358 over there. Another coal pile over here. When it warms up, I can use people for that. I do still need to be gathering enough resources that we can continue with the factories. But I kind of need to get that steel workshop up and running first, so... Oh, okay, a lot of people are starting to get sick. That's the problem with working in the cold like this. Okay. It's about to warm up. I'm not going to be worrying about assigning anybody at the moment. We'll send a automaton over there eventually. Let's try building a hothouse for a steam core. Probably going to place a steam hub somewhere over here. Trying to be space efficient. I'm not sure how best to approach this. Maybe build something like this. Or maybe we can build up over here. Yeah. Let's build a hothouse. It's going to cost me one of my precious steam cores, but we're going to need to have some sort of food generation. We've arrived at the empty shelter, a distinct spot. We can use it as another waypoint. There's nothing here. Supply depot and snow crawler. Snow crawler sounds like the sort of thing that might have a steam core. So we'll go for that. You have arrived at the industrial ruins. The building was destroyed by a powerful avalanche. Its interiors are filled with snow, but we should still be able to retrieve some resources. More steel, more coal. Okay, we discovered a bounty of resources as we dig through the snow. Sadly, that's not all we find. An avalanche killed everyone who worked here. Their corpses have been frozen solid. The relatively light clothes and the insignia of Her Majesty's Prospector Corps suggest that they were explorers sent north to look for suitable places for generators during the onset of the Great Winter. Maybe it's for the best that they weren't there to witness the fall of the Empire. Good amount of steel here. Honestly, it is now very tempting to me to send these guys home so that we can have some extra steel to work on automatons, but they haven't got quite the bounty yet. They don't have a lot of stuff. Let's send them over here. We'll need to start sending some teams back soon, though. Okay, we have 33 steel now. Research would be very good. Making automatons cheaper would be nice. I'm trying to think how best to accomplish all this. Is it warming up now? I feel like it should be. We don't need the heaters on any of these anymore. Take that back. Yes, we do. Well, wait, do we? I'm okay with them being chilly. Chilly is okay. Just stay chilly. As long as you do that, I'm not worried. A little bit cold over here in the sawmill, which I don't like. No one's working in the seedling arcs, right? So, I mean, that's not exactly a problem. Alright, I still have 4 more engineers. We should probably... I'm going to assign them where? Now that it's warm enough... let's try building another steam hub up over here. Trying to increase my radius a little bit. This is still in range. We'll do that. And if we do something like this, can we actually reach both? Not really. I don't think. If this reaches both, that's convenient. I'm going to try placing one here. Okay, we need 2 automatons in colt, 1 in wood, and 1 in raw food, apparently. So we need to build 4 more automatons at the very minimum. Wood crates have finally been depleted over here. All right. Well, let's go ahead and send the automaton over here to the steam steel works. So now we're going to have both of those working at all times.
Get back to work.
Extended work shifts aren't exactly relevant under those conditions, are they? So we're producing a good amount of steel right now. Let's go ahead and have some people working here in the hothouse. I'm still not doing any research at the moment, which feels very bizarre. And not technically correct. Could upgrade a steam coal thumper. The more value we get per building, the better, because it means 1 automaton will be able to accomplish more. Healthcare insulation. We probably should go ahead and research bunkhouses. Okay, so where are my workers right now? Let's pull them off of the coal thumper. I'm going to send them working over here. Let's get started on the bunkhouse. Get some extra insulation, because it's going to be getting cold. Let's start getting some steel together so I can work on the next level of drafting, too. Only got about 18 hours of coal. Yeah, 1 automaton's barely able to keep up at this point. Test subject needed. The engineer's working on an automaton project is back. He wants to borrow an automaton. I'm close to a breakthrough. Didn't I tell him not to do this? I still think the answer to this is no. I'm almost positive he uses up one of my cores. So no, we can't afford it. Stop wasting my automatons. We need resources, dang it. Resources! We've reached the snow crawler. One of the snow crawlers that was lost on the journey north. Disassembling it provides us with resources. Steam cores. This snow crawler was separated from our expedition by the blizzard and ran out of fuel. Our people are still inside, frozen solid. We'll need to give them a proper burial. The crawler was built before the Great Winter. Nobody predicted how bad the weather would get. It didn't stand a chance. All we can do now is dismantle it for resources. 3 steam cores. Beautimous. Alright, there's actually nothing left for you to do. So I guess we're going to have to send you home. For the time being, get those steam cores, get a little bit of extra steel going. It's not the worst thing in the world, I suppose. We have people working in the factories, I just realized, that we're not using. Right, let's just keep working on research. I forgot about the people in the factory. I'm not being careful enough here. Gotta be very careful with your resources. We got about 14 hours or so of coal left. Bunkhouse has been researched, that's good. Can we get started on the mechanical calculators? Yes. Pretty soon we might be able to have enough steel to keep working on more automatons. I'm a little worried about our coal situation, though. We don't appear to have really gained much in the way of any food, did we? I should make you an extended work shift thing. Let's see, we can upgrade bunkhouses. How quickly am I gaining steel at the moment? Gaining 200 per day? So I can build 2 automatons per day worth. So I'm going to gain a bit more. Let's go ahead and build up the bunkhouses. Or wait, do I want to build the public house first? Let's build the public house first. And I'll place it back over here clearly in the heat, where it fits nicely. That should make people a little bit happier, I think. Okay. We're going to need more wood, aren't we? Yeah, we are. How much wood am I generating per day? 140. So that's actually my bottleneck right now, not technically the steel. So we may need to use some workers to get another sawmill up and running. Though it would be better for me to have another automaton to keep that running all day. We also need to be worried about coal. So there's that. People working at the public house doesn't strike me as extremely important. Discontent is slowing down as people are eating. Coal pile has been depleted. Let's send you over here to the coal pile. The scouts have arrived at the supply depot. Raw food and wood. Shack is falling apart. Searching the shack, we found some supplies. Alright, a bit more raw food and 190 wood. And there's nothing left? No way. We're done? That doesn't feel right. Alright, let's send these guys back. We're out of exploring opportunities. Wow. I assume more are going to appear later. I'm pretty confident there are supposed to be more eventually. But hey, if we don't have them, we can just disband the scouts and get them working. That is also fine. Let's see. Yeah, we're building up a good amount of steel here. I'm not doing an emergency shift right now. We'll keep the discontent low. We're almost at working time anyway. Survived another night. That has to count for something. Oh, don't think too highly of yourself. Okay, Book of Laws. What do we want next? Anything? House of Pleasure. Hope Falls. Not particularly worried about it. Dueling Law is a definite no. Ceremonial funerals. I think we're going to go for the radical treatment. Let's pick it up. Discontent may rise slightly, but it may give us an opportunity to save the gravely ill someday. Someday. I am debating whether or not we should move on to... Okay, now we actually should definitely work on getting a factory up and running. Where do I have some available workers? Okay, there's actually nobody sick right now, amazingly. So let's send these guys to work in the factory. Let's build an automaton. I'll use my resources, that's fine. Getting a little low on coal. We're going to have some people working these coal thumpers. I should probably go ahead and grab a gathering post somewhat nearby. Is this in range technically? I don't think it is. The placement of this coal thumper is actually somewhat unfortunate. Okay, hang on. I kind of have to place it here? Ugh. I don't like where I've placed my coal thumper. I don't like it at all. But I need to be able to access all this. So we'll place a gathering post. Mechanical calculators are done. Okay, so can we make streamlined automatons that cost less wood and steel? That would make things a little bit easier. I need a little bit more wood first. Now we can work on that. So let's get started on streamlined. No, I need 40. Crap. Okay, hang on. Once again, nothing to do with these guys at the moment. I'll pull you guys back to start working on the gathering of the coal thumper, the gathering post and stuff. Scouts have arrived. They return with more steel and a lot more coal. That's great. And some steel cores. Steam cores. Good lord. Alright. Now we can add you guys back. Because we are going to start research on the streamlined automatons. So, you guys have nowhere to go, huh? It feels very wrong. I'm hoping that we'll find more opportunities later. Let's disband these guys and gain our wood and our workers back. We can always rebuild that later if we need to. So since we have a few extra workers sitting around, I guess I'll send them to the public house for now. We gain some hope as a result. Nobody is sick at the moment. I'm waiting on a bit more wood so I can build another one of these. It is still work time, but it's not going to be for much longer. We may have to do an emergency shift for our research, and I think we will. Alright. Discontent rises, but that's fine. Let's try to finish this before we construct the next automaton. If at all possible. We have an automaton sitting around doing nothing. What I should do is build another sawmill. Where's the best place to put it, though? Maybe over here? That's a pretty good spot. Build one there. And we'll have that running day and night so we have a source of wood so I can continue building as many automatons as possible. So let's set the automaton here. Alright, so he should integrate, which means once that's all done, I should find myself producing 284 wood and 200 steel, which means in theory, yes, I could have enough resources to build 2 automatons per day. That's not bad. That feels solid, actually. And the more automatons I have, the less people I need to be working any of the resource piles, the more I can have focusing on things like research. Yeah, I like that. All right, we're going to end this video here, but thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.